Hello all, welcome to oratornews.com. In this session, we'll discuss about how do we display a DFF attribute in the OTBI analysis. Let's see the steps involved. The first step is you have to understand, you have to make sure that you need to enable a DFF on the entity which you want to work on. For example, in our discussion today, we are enabling a DFF in the AP invoice. So now here you could observe here, there are a couple of attributes which are enabled, nothing but which like we have created a DFF. And you have to make sure that whatever the DFF attribute which you created, you just click on edit and make sure that this particular field, business intelligence, BI enabled flag is checked. Once you check that, it means that this particular attribute is eligible to get displayed in the OTB analysis subject area. That is not the only thing, but there is another extra step is also required to make this particular attribute enabled for the OTBI subject area. Okay. Now let us see the next step. So the first step is enable the DFF, the respective DFF which you want to consider for your particular OTB analysis, and also enable this particular checkbox. Now, next step is you have to deploy the FlexiFill. And after that, once your FlexiFill is deployed, you have to run a job called import Oracle Fusion data extensions for transactional business intelligence. Once you run the job, you can select, let us say if you are enabling the DFF for payable invoice or financial module or supply chain module, you can select only ERP. If it is not that case, maybe you have to select the appropriate module like HCM or CRM or the other particular specific modules or specific parameters and click on submit. Once the job is finished, now you can go ahead and work with your analysis. Now in our case, we have considered designing a payable and like a payable invoice analysis. In this, I would like to have the DFF information to be displayed here. So here, if you observe in the invoice details, general information, you could search your particular DFF attribute name. Like in our case, one of our DFF attribute name was my description. So I have designed an analysis to display all the invoices where the description or my DFF attribute is not null. And then I could see the result here. I could see that there is only one invoice which was created having this particular DFF attribute not null. So now we'll try to go to the instance and let us observe how we design this particular thing. The first thing is, now what I'll do is I'll just try to create an invoice, or maybe I'll just click on home button and I'll try to just show you the functionality. So now I'm in the payables invoice screen. Click on create invoice. I'll select the business unit as Supremo, US business unit, ABC Consulting is my supplier, and now XX Aura 002 is my invoice and amount is 250. Now I'll just select line also 250 and just click on save. Now the first thing is check out the DFF attributes on this particular invoice module. So click on your user account, and here in my case, the DFFs are already enabled. That's why it is showing the FlexiFill like that. Let us say, if at all, if you don't see nothing but here, if you observe, when you click on show more, if it doesn't show any additional information, now you could observe here, I could see the DFF information, right? So if at all, if you're not showing, if you're unable to see any DFF information, what you do is click on your user account, click on highlight FlexiFill. Okay, once you click on highlight FlexiFill, definitely it will show this information. Okay. Now the next thing is, these are the DFF attributes which are available in this particular AP invoice module. Let us say if at all, if you want to configure any additional information, what you can do is just click on this gear icon or this tool icon, and it will navigate to the DFF, and you can just click on edit. And let us say if you want to have one more DFF now, let's say I'd like to create a new DFF now. I'll just say new DFF description, and you can go with character. Okay, I'll just go with 1000 characters. And very important thing is PI enabled should be checked. Now click on save and close. Okay, I'll just go with a different one. It seems the value set is not correct one. I'll just go with 150 characters. This should be fine. save and close. And our column name is new DFF description. Click on save and close. Now click on deploy FlexiField. So now we have configured a new DFF column, and then we are deploying that. And what is the other step? We have to run the ESS job. So let's see the ESS job name. So this is our ESS job name. Copy the ESS job name. It got completed. Deployment got completed. Now just go to the home screen. You can click on tools and schedule process. Click on tools, schedule process. Now run the ESS job. So it's already running here. If you observe here, it's already running because I just ran just now before starting the session. It's already running. So probably you can't run it again. So you have to wait it. I think it's got completed. Maybe I can try again now. So I'll just run the job now. Click on ERP and click on submit. So once you complete this particular job, you can go to the analysis, and now you can try to refresh. It may not be available in a fraction, but you have to wait for a couple of minutes, I can say. So then that will be definitely available under general information for the invoice header data. So maybe you can try now. I'll just try to refresh display, refresh server metadata. It has to get completed, right? So unless this gets completed, the DFF may not be available. So here, if you observe, it got blocked because the other existing job it is not completed yet. So yeah, so probably what we have to do is we can't see the DFF attribute right away, but in general, so if at all, if your DFF attribute is already available, definitely you should be able to see that. So now what I'll do is maybe we can consider, like, as I have one more column, right? So let us say my description 2, and I'll just try to display these comments too, right? I'll just click on save. So now I'll go to analysis, and here my description, my date, and now let us say I'll try to have the other one also like a DS column, right? So we can have that information also, DS comment. So I'll just select this one, and yeah, so just click on save, and now you should be able to see the latest one, DS columns, which we added up now. And we should be able to see two invoices because there are only two invoices which are existing in our instance for which we don't have the, which we have the value for the DFF attributes. Okay, so this is how we can configure a DFF, and also you can show that particular DFF in the OTBI analysis. Thank you.